Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Owen here. Today I want to go over the Super Battle Road run that I did for the MAJIN Power stage. You see here, this is not a no-item run, unfortunately. I just do not think I have the firepower on the MAJIN Power team to be able to do that at the moment. But I do have a relatively good no-item, or successful run here. So the thing with the MAJIN Power stage, this is kind of going to be the tangent that I'll probably find myself on for like half of this video, but it's one of those Super Battle Road stages that gets progressively, or not like, see, I'm already messed up, but the MAJIN Power category is just so damn top heavy that you can't rely on the enemies in here to be necessarily weak. So you find yourself at this crossroads where your units are super damn good, but the enemies you're facing are also super damn good. So you can already see with a fairly stout defensive rotation here, we took about half of the HP. But thankfully, due to the absurd amount of healing that the MAJIN Power team does, we are able to recover from that. But, there's what's the word I'm looking for here? With this healing comes also the drawback that there's like 3 of these units here on this team that are just absolutely going to get lit up from super attacks. And if say in theory Gohan were to super that Buu tanks, it's 200-300,000 HP gone. And if the Supreme Kai wants to super attack Tech Fat Buu before an item, that's death, because all Fat Buu, his transform form is good, but guess what? You always have to see the base form. You don't always get to see any version of the transform version. So that's where that unit kind of gets tricky. But I think I'm like kind of in the middle, where I think he's okay, but I also don't think he's that great, the Tech Fat Buu. Like, it's the same thing with Go tanks. You just can't use your primary argument with those units as like, oh, he's good in he's Super Saiyan 3, or he's good as Super Buu. Yeah, no shit. Like, if they were always Super Buu or Super Saiyan 3 Go tanks, they're arguably the best TURs in the game. But the fact of the matter is, they're not. So, they're pretty average. I think Go tanks blows Fit Buu or Tech Buu out of the water in Super Battle Road, but across the scape of the game, it is a little bit closer, because both of them in their base form aren't the most reliable units in the game, especially considering now. But, Super Saiyan Go tanks is just worlds better than Evil Buu to me, or Skinny Buu, whatever you want to call him. Super Buu is pretty damn good, but the problem, especially with me, is just the units or the banners that I've summoned the most on happen to have Go tanks on them. So I've got Go tanks rainbowed at this point as of September of 2021. And Fit Buu for me is still at 55% when I pulled him during New Year's of 2021. So you see there's an imbalance. So my opinion is a little bit skewed towards Go tanks, just overall, because mine's just always going to be putting up better numbers no matter how you split it. So I will preface my argument by saying that I'm biased as can be, because I just simply do not have one of the units that I need for that team, or for just the dupes required to have a fair argument. It's the same case with Tech Gogeta and STR Vegito, where my Vegito is rainbowed and Gogeta only has a dupe. So it's like, oh yeah, Gogeta looks way worse than Vegito looks way better than Gogeta, but it's like one has 3 more dupes than the other, so of course he's gonna look better, right? But it's whatever. So there you go. We have phase 1 completed. Not too bad. And I'm just taking a second here because I'm trying to go back and forth with the computer as I'm doing this in post, so I'm not talking live as I'm doing this one. But that's all right. So this phase is interesting because there is a tech enemy as well as a AGL enemy, right? Yeah. So we can't take many risks with Skinny Buu, or Fit Buu rather. So I think I do decide to ultimately pop an item right here just to play it safe and not end up getting, clapped up. I'll have to see, though. I forget what I do. Maybe I don't. I honestly, I looked away for like half a second. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. See, I mean, better judgment prevailed. Like, yeah, let me just use an item, because I'm not, I already threw the pride away. The no item run is gone. So let me just go through with the run as is. Sorry if you hear some noise. It's my chair. But, yeah, this this run definitely could have went way worse, could have went way better. But ultimately, we, as you're seeing in this video, we do have it done. So. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. I'm just trying to remember where we're at. Yeah, so, like, what makes the last phase of this run in specific pretty easy is that we can just dominate the Super Saiyan 3 Goku with all the physical firepower we have with the 2 Buu tanks. Like, the Buu tanks in this run, they just make it so much easier overall, just as a whole, so that's always good. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, so 211k from Buu tanks should be more than enough at this point. And then especially when we get the defensive raise, and then I forget if Buu Piccolo takes damage here or not. There's one phase where I'm like, whoa, you took a lot more than I was expecting you to. Especially with like an item active, it's coming up. I forget exactly what it is, but it's coming up. There's a common theme here where, like, I think that I have a turn, I'm prepared for a turn with all the items and stuff, and then I get through it, and then, like, I'm getting lit up, and I'm like, whoa, 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 that was not what I thought that you were going to do, pal. So, that's what makes this stage a little bit trickier, but I do think if you, even as, like, a global or a JP free-to-play player, I do think this stage is relatively easier, just for the sole fact that that Buu Tanks has been around for some of the more popular banners now, right? Like, he was the 300, or he was the worldwide download celebration unit, and then he was on the UI Goku banner, probably like one of the most summoned on banners of all time, arguably. Just going off of the player bit, how big the player base is now, and how hyped that celebration was. So, pretty good chance if you went hard for UI Goku, or if you went hard for this new Super Saiyan Goku, or you went hard during the 350 million or the worldwide download celebration, you have a chance. You have this Buu tank. So I'm not saying you're guaranteed to have them, but I do think that, you know, it's a realistic option at this point that you do at least have a copy. But if you don't, it's okay. There's, it just makes it a little bit easier because he just has such high attack numbers. His defensive numbers could be a little bit better, but his attack numbers surely make up for that. When you have him at the 100% level. What I could do, maybe in the future, I do happen to have the TUR also at 100%, because, you know, well, he has 4 paths open. I haven't invested anything into him, but maybe I could take a look and see how the TUR does in, like, Super Battle Road or, like, a long event or something like that. Could lead for an interesting little video there. But if you want to see that, you just have to let me know, and I will make it happen, as, you know, as I've been asking for the past 2 months. Let's see. You see, I mean, we're coming up on the end here. Like, we do end up getting the Dokkan attack in this video, so that's always fun. Not that it's like anything special, but I just feel like there's so many SBR runs that I just finish up before I can even get close to the Dokkan attack. So whenever I can happen to get one in an SBR run, it makes my life definitely a lot easier. You won't catch me complaining that we did get it. But unfortunately, I do think we have to give it to Fit Buu, as just the way the attacks spread out, there's no way I can reliably put Buu tanks into the first slot, so I end up putting him in slot 2 and giving the other unit the Dokkan attack. But it still works out because, you're, like I said before, you're seeing this video. So going forward, like I said, I'm gonna eventually have a run up for each one of these category Super Battle Road stages at some point. Maybe I might not do the typing stages as they're just so old, but I'll probably do typing for ESBR, but I don't know if I'm going to do typing for regular SBR. I just don't know if there's really any value in that at this point. It's like, you just have to have one of those 120% leaders that we have from the Easy A pool that we've been getting as of like the last calendar year or so, and then you should be good. Oh, and by the way, that was the last turn there where I thought we might have lost. You could see pretty quickly right there that we took a lot more damage in the last 2 units than I thought, and then I especially thought with an int unit or a tech unit being at the end, that in Super Saiyan 3 Goku was going to take care of business, but we got lucky and we're still able to go. So I'm going to be able to finish up this run here on this turn. Maybe the next. I think we finish it on this turn though. Yeah, see, like, we have the Dokkan attack, so, like, you know, we're pacing out to get this done pretty easily. And there's a certain level of difficulty to this stage that is just, it's forced, because, like, when you want to make these categories so powerful, and buff them over the course of a celebration. Like, that's how it's going to be for the Namek Saga stage, right? Or it's gonna, if they ever do like a Planet Namek Saga SBR stage, it's going to be super fucking tough because they're going to treat it like, oh, everyone's got all 5 or 4 of the summonable LRs we just gave out, so good luck. And I don't know about you guys, but your boy only has 2 of them, so it's going to make it a little bit more tricky than I would like it to, but that's even assuming we get that stage anytime soon. JP just got 10 new stages of the SBR about 2 months ago, so I wouldn't count on it anytime soon. And you see, we didn't finish it up on this turn, but we sure as hell will finish it up on this turn. So this has been the the Majin Power SBR run. I don't think I'm going to do a Majin Buu SBR run just because I already have the no item up for the Extreme Super Battle Road portion of it. So I just don't think there's really a need to put up the, you know, especially like I could do, no item Super Battle Road attempt, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe if people want it or like a team building guide for the Busagi ESBR or regular SBR and ESBR, I could do that. But that's going to be everything for today's video. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.